Hey, this is Scott Jeffrey Banzai. In this video, I'll be going with the Wandrd Prvke 31 backpack. Thanks to Cameracraft in Rockford, Illinois for letting me try this out. This is the Aegean blue color. I think there are one or two other colors available. It is fully loaded, all the accessories, which goes for about $265. I'm not going to comment on the price. It's really up to the person if they want to spend that much or not on the bag. Just consider the price with all the features and things that I go over in this video, and you can decide if you think you want to pay that much. Now that price is with all the accessories. That means the medium camera cube, the accessory straps, the waist strap, and the rain fly. Features wise, zippers are very nice. They have a rubberized weather resistance on the top of them. They tout 3 points of access from every area of the bag with those accessory straps. Another important feature of this bag is the top that rolls up. It does have quite a few zippered compartments that are easy access, that big large one in the front. Also a bunch of smaller ones, one on the top, a few on the sides. Interesting area in the back is a small compartment with a zipper, probably great for passport or something important that you want to block off from easy access. Also, the handle is magnetic, so that's a cool little feature. I don't know if it works quite as well as simple Velcro, but it does work relatively well. The top area, as I mentioned, is a roll-up style top and has a metal latch that you use to hold it down. The latch itself is high quality, very solid. I really do like this rucksack style to it. It's great for easy access to a jacket or something along those lines. The back area zips open. You have access to pretty much everything at that point. It does have sleeves for laptops or other devices that are relatively thin, and then it also has two zippered compartments for the main area. There is a divider between the two main areas, but it's simply attached by Velcro, so you can see I put my hand through the entire bag once I take that flap down. The bottom area of the bag has a camera cube, which is one of the add-ons. Simply a padded area for camera gear. You can easily take out that cube and use it as a bag itself. It has a strap for that. Top section of the cube opens up. Also the side opens up, which we'll see why in a minute. I do like the partitioning pieces inside the camera cube. They are thinner than ones I've used in the past, but they still have a nice amount of padding. I mean, you can easily buy this cube by itself and use it in a different bag if you want, which, I mean, it's a decent option. With everything out of the bag, you can compress it to a pretty small size, which is nice if you need to store it. Two of the other accessories, one is the waist strap. I think it was good that they made this an add-on. It is not necessary, but it will help you out in some situations. The straps for accessories is an extra as well. Of course, it is a big bag, just consider that. They do have a smaller version, which is 21 liters instead of 31. With the bag on its side fully extended, it's about 28 to 30 inches long. With having at least some of the top rolled down, it's still a huge amount of area you can fit stuff into. On one side of the bag, there's an access panel for the interior area, and on the other side, you can put a tripod with a strap to help it stay in place. The two sleeves in the back section are very nice. I pull out a 11-inch Dell laptop as well as a 14-inch Acer laptop. You can see with each one, they both fit in the bag. I also put both of them in there at the same time and they fit. I zip up the entire bag. It still works. So in that case, 14-inch isn't huge. My laptop is relatively small for the screen size. Just consider that. Of course, everything like tablets will easily fit in the back area. I load up the bag with quite a bit of camera gear. I have a large full-frame DSLR with a 20mm lens, two other additional lenses, a 50 and a 100mm, also two flash with a trigger. In the top area, I put a large Sigma 1 to 300mm lens. Of course, you want to pad whatever you put into the top section because there is no type of padding integrated into that area. So I first tested it without the extras like the tripod. Worked well enough. Going further, I attach a tripod and also a reflector to the bag. Fully loaded, it is definitely a heavy backpack, but considering how much stuff you can get into it, it seems like a nice trade-off for situations where you need to carry a decent amount of stuff with you. With the waist strap, the main backpack straps, and all of this gear inside, feels good. I didn't use it too much, but I had it on for a few minutes. Another accessory, as I mentioned before, is that weather-resistant cover. I put that on the bag as well and tried it out. It worked well. Didn't have any issues. The rain cover covered my tripod and the reflector without a problem. So it's big enough to cover some extras on the sides. Of course, that is another added cost if you want that rain cover. I think the bag itself is relatively water resistant without the cover, but having the added protection is always good if you want to pay the extra for that. In conclusion, it is a very nice bag if you want to spend that much for something like this. If you do need something very rugged and full-featured, definitely an option. So that was the Wandrd Prvke 31 backpack. Again, thanks to Cameracraft in Rockford, Illinois for letting me try this out. Thanks again.